Our special segment, that's the 100-day agenda, where we get top CEOs, economists and thought leaders to chart out a 100-day agenda for the new government. Today on the show, we've got Sushil Maroo, CEO of Essar Energy, joining in to tell us what he thinks must be on top of the government's agenda. Mr. Maroo, thanks for joining in. Obviously, with the general elections around the corner, what do you believe that corporate India wants from the new government in 2014? What's on top of your 100-day agenda?
In fact, the first thing what we are thinking that new election will bring in stability in the government, and we hope the government lasts for next 5 years, and because the stability and the majority will help the government to take many decisions which were not taken in the past. And there are many issues the country is facing today. There are many problems the country is facing today, like we have a very high inflation rate, we have a high interest cost, we have a high cost of production that is really affecting the industry. The profitability is going down, bigger projects are not coming up, and industry is not thinking of making more in capital investment because there is no clarity about decision making, which is slowed down in the last few years. And we hope that the new government takes care of these issues very strongly, and within a few days shows its resolve in solving these issues.
Mr. Maroo, what are the key hurdles that corporate India faces currently when it comes to, say, the energy sector, somewhere where you operate? What are the specific problems that you would want the government to address and rectify, whoever occupies office next?
Power sector is suffering because of non-availability of coal, number one. Number two, lot of power plants have come up in an area where the coal is available. Again, lot of power generating capacity came up, but attention was not given to the transmission sector. So we have a power plant, we don't have a transmission line. So in the process, we have created islands of deficit and islands of surplus. South, we see the deficit of power is there. In the east and north, we see there is surplus. So in the process, the tariff has gone very high in the south sector, and tariff has gone down very low because there are not many takers. So that's the real problem in the energy sector what we have faced. We hope that the government really creates a synergy between the departments, between policies of various departments, and they take very concerted decision in a long-term manner to solve all these problems. And coming to oil and gas specifically, we need really impetus to bring in more investment in search of oil and gas. We have to look for policy. We are still waiting for a proper policy to come up on shale gas exploration, which is still not there. So nothing much is happening right now, and besides that, gas pricing has created its own confusion. We hope that with the new government coming in, new gas price coming in, more investment will come in, government will take a policy decision on the shale gas exploration, better incentives will be planned by the government. So we expect new government to really take care of this sector also.
So, Mr. Maroo, do you then believe that going ahead an integrated energy ministry, which will have synergies between, say, coal, power and oil and gas, is that the best way forward?
Well, that's a very difficult question to answer, because three departments coming together will become a very big ministry, a very big area of operation. Maybe it has its own problems, like when we are talking of bigger states, we are converting them to smaller states for better governance. What is needed is a better coordination, and so the best thing will be the government comes up with some kind of mechanism where there is a proper coordination is taking place, and each ministry or each department knows what other one is doing. Sometimes we have a policy decision for incentivizing one particular sector, and we also see the other government department is doing just the opposite. So the whole purpose is defeated. I think the coordination, better coordination, is the answer, because there may be many other departments where this kind of problem will be there. So some perfect mechanism should come out on this.
Mr. Maroo, according to you, is the lack of clarity and stability in policy and reform the biggest deterrent really to the energy sector? We've seen much back and forth happen on existing policies, policies of review, change without consultation. How can the incoming government address this particular issue?
I feel that this is the problem what we are facing in energy sector is not because of lack of clarity, maybe because of lack of coordination, maybe because of lack of long-term vision. Like we have put too much of emphasis on the generation sector. We didn't pay attention on the distribution, we didn't pay attention on the transmission, we didn't pay attention on the coal. So we all are paying attention on all these sectors one after another. So it's a well coordinated plan, coordinated action will bring the result. The same in oil and gas sector also. So it's a well coordination and a long-term planning, and all departments moving together in the direction will really help the sector.
All right, Mr. Maroo, thank you so much for joining in with that perspective right here on Business Tonight. That's Sushil Maroo, CEO of Essar Energy, sharing his 100-day agenda for the new government.